That's how you do it. On her side, I think so. Okay. We have a German cookbook. I know a little German. He's over there. Hello, hello. If someone knows that movie, I'd be impressed. $10. Does putting an X on the bottom? Yeah, that probably would help. It probably would. So what you're doing is cooking the just below the surface. It makes it much more liquidy. That's one. Now we have to clean this, which cut it open, take out the seeds. Oh, what was the quote? I know. Echo, stop. I know a little German. He's over there. Hello, hello.
Sounds like a Mel Brooks.
I got to remember the name of the movie. I have it on disc. Lady spoiled it? What'd you say it was, huh?
Sounds like a Mel Brooks.
Nope. History of the World. No. It's an old Val Kilmer movie.
Oh, not the cow one.
Yep.
Oh.
I can't think of the name of it.
What's the name of that? It's like one of the few comedies that Val Kilmer made, I think. And it's good.
Okay, I'm failing my own challenge here.
You are. Let's see if I have it on the shelf.
It plays Nick Rivers. Skate surfing. It had not Lawrence Olivier. Who is it? Val only had 2 movies. He had a lot more. He was in Real Genius, which was an awesome college movie.
Right.
But that's not it.
No. But that was also a comedy. I forgot about that one. I keep forgetting about that one.
I'm not taking credit because I can't remember it.
It's a spoof on spy movies, World War II movies. It's not for children. Well, unless all of it goes over their heads.
Comedy.
Top Secret. There
Top
it is.
Secret. Thank you.
Top Secret. Yes, it's on the shelf.
It was early in the knockoffs, parodies. The popcorn scene was memorable. I love that scene. Sorry, hon.
It's okay. Just smack you with the book next time.
Okay.
It's still looking for that ham cheese ball recipe because I've seen something like that.
Leslie Nielsen did do a lot, and he was more prolific. But Val Kilmer, I really enjoyed a lot of his movies. The Saint was fantastic. He did something with, what's it, De Niro?
He did one of the Batman movies too, didn't he?
He did. He was Batman for one or two movies. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought he was.
Oh, Tombstone.
Pretty good as Batman.
I'll Be Your Huckleberry. Yeah, he was great in that. I'm glad he's still with us, but boy, his voice. He was the new Knight Rider. He played Kit.
Val Kilmer was the voice?
The new one.
Oh, the new one. I was
Yep.
going to say, that doesn't seem right.
5, 6, 7, 8. His documentaries on Amazon. Yeah, I'll probably watch that. I really enjoyed The Saint. I wish they did more. They had to convince him to come back to do Top Gun. I have not seen the new Top Gun. Does that make me a lesser person?
You're fine.
Yes. Thank you. At least you're honest.
Indiana, no. No, you can't have that toy right now. It's got a needle in it.
It's that good? Okay. I don't watch many new movies. I'm not saying they don't make them like they used to, but when there's 2 or 3 movie houses, there really isn't that much variety. You got Paramount, you got Disney. I'm sure there's a bunch of independents, but that's it. There used to be like 15, 20 different releases in a year. Now it's 4 or 5. Yeah. See? Curmudgeon. I'm there. Kids these days. On this DVD, the 30th or something. Cleaning the tomatoes. Because they're dirty, dirty, dirty. The time frame. Andy B, welcome in. Good to see you. Yes, she can. Who doesn't like need pumpkin to see word? Indeed. Oh, me? I wasn't sick. I was on travel, if that's what you're referring to. I went out to Dayton, Ohio. And feeling today, I did my bike ride yesterday, which was lovely. Although while I was on it, I was like, oh my God. But yeah, very nice.
I think I might have found it.
You might have found it?
Yeah. It's in an older cookbook from Louisiana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let me go back to the beginning, and I can probably tell you how it came from, how I came by it. There we go.
English.
Words. It's called ham cheese ball. Very descriptive.
Cheer 100. You had a date in Ohio. A lady is going to hear you if we cheer that. Might not want to advertise that man.
What's a date?
Let's see here. This cookbook is dated in 1980 by the American Cancer Society. So I'm guessing that my first mother-in-law gave me this book. The ingredients are cream cheese, cheddar cheese, grated onion, Worcestershire sauce, lemon juice, mustard, paprika, salt, deviled ham, which would fit the light pink description, parsley, pimento, and finely chopped pecans.
Kason, welcome in. Good to see you as well. I'm joining the Discord. Thank you, Andy. I do appreciate it. You guys are pretty awesome.
Good
Oh,
Lord.
thank you, guys.
Imagine having more than 1 mil. Cheer 100, please, you lady.
More than 1 mil.
1 mil, what? I'm not missing that.
I'm missing something. Oh, mother-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my first mother-in-law. This book, like I said, this book was printed in 1980. It has a page, and I'll show you because you may not believe me otherwise, titled, well, it has the intro page says, "A Wolf in Chef's Clothing." And then it has, like, the recipes are mixed in with these little anecdotal pages. Y'all seeing that?
It's kind of hard for them to read. Me, flip it.
Oh,
I can do, no, that this way. Cook surface.
sorry.
There you go.
There we go.
Do flip.
That's in the cookbook.
Simple, just get some beer. Sorry.
That's opposite the page that has a few hints on serving wine. So, how to capture a man, a few tips on serving wine. But here is the recipe that I found. Let's see if I can figure out top and bottom.
What we could do as well is put that on our Discord server.
Yeah. I'm happy to scan this and put this on the server. But that kind of looks like what you described, Bleed Blue, to me.
Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Yes, it's biblical, but still.
It's a hymn. It's one of my favorites, actually.
What's one of your favorites?
That hymn.
Oh. Flipping the look, all right?
How to capture a man. Yes, how to serve wine.
Oh, okay, here we go.
It's been a while since I looked in that book.
I think of the collection, a number of my mom's cookbooks went away. I did pick up a lot of the small ones like that. There was some about Pennsylvania cooking. There's one from the Old Grange cookbooks that she had. But but that one especially was like, oh, that's so cool. The Sant was in here the other week, and she had given me her kolaches recipe. I looked it up in that book. It was that recipe.
One of my.
Thank you so much.
We have a number of like church books from family members. One of my favorites is one from my grandmother because she inscribed the front. So that makes it really special.
It's always more fun to share with everyone.
Bleed Blue, that is very generous of you. 10 subscriptions.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
You should send him the book now. Thank you very much for that. And welcome in, who do we have?
The can of deviled ham would be probably in the same area of the grocery store as canned tuna. I've seen it in that general area of grocery stores.
So Dinner with Mom, Cajun Chicken, Andy B, Blogger Dad, I'm Learning English, Kason and Netchester, Ultimate Ghost Girl, and Professor Sukenmord. Welcome in. You are now official. So happy right now.
Very, very generous of you. Thank you.
If you're serious, you have a P.O. box. Oh, that's her book. I can't give her book away. I would do it, but it's hers.
Well, yeah, it's a bunch of Louisiana recipes. But I am happy to, those eyes.
Think
those
about
eyes? I will scan it and put it on Discord for you, so you don't have to be challenged by the clip.
Yeah, that is so awesome. Thank you very much for that.
Yes.
It's always more fun to share
Kason.
with everyone.
It's Kason, right? Kason. Thank you very much as well. Passing it on to
Woo!
Pinkori, Adam Kim Bolton, Timmy G, Arwin Latte, and Nomez, or T Nomez 90. Welcome on in, and thank you very much, Kason. Very grateful for that as well. I say this, I put everything I get out of this back into the stream, computer and whatnot. It's just to make things better because I enjoy it in here. And that way I can...
Y'all are the best.
It's just so much worth it. So thank you.
That is awesome.
See, I missed you guys. One stream, and it's like, are they going to come back?
I'm glad I was able to find it.
Yeah.
I knew it was in one of the books that I had, you know.
So, any
See.
other recipes that you'd like? You said you had two. What was it? I forget what the other one was.
Well, I looked through one of the books I checked that did not have it was Cooking for Company, which is, I forget where I got that book. It's a hardback book, but we used it a lot when we were cooking for church back in the day. We were running the fellowship ministry and cooking. We would cook the dinner for all the Christmas volunteers, which was a pretty big group back then. And we needed the Cooking for Company to figure out quantities of things to buy. But yeah, some of these books have such a history.
The pie is doing quite well, by the way, Master Splits. Oh, it's minced beef sandwiches is the other one. That
Minced beef sandwich?
yeah, why don't you take a look for that?
Yes.
It's still a little jiggly, so no, it's not. This is not ready yet.
Trying to scroll back. Well, it's in the minced beef sandwich.
But our mini pie will be. It's ready now. So we have our sample, at least.
Sweet. Haha.
Huh? Yep.
I made
But
a
if the other
pun.
one's ready, we'll cut
I
into
made
that.
a pun. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, the other one was this minced roast beef sandwich. My grandmother would always pack
Cheer
for us
100
back
Pride
home.
UWU Hippie W Cuppa.
Thank you for your hype train. Oh my gosh. Awesome,
Now
guys.
we really will have to come up with a good 500
Cheer
challenge.
100.
Dana, thank you for... Oh my gosh, dinner with mom, 100 bits. Thank you, Dana's Kitchen, and thank you, Mom.
Cheer 100.
Dinner with mom. Now, I have a confession to make. When Dinner with Mom came in, I thought it was Dana's because I think you're someone's kitchen mom. And I was like, is that Dana?
And I was
But
like, no, hippie, that's not. You got them mixed up.
Yep, I got them mixed up. But I got to see Dinner with Mom and Dad, I should say.
And they're both awesome.
They are. It's fun.
They're great streamers.
And Dana's Kitchen, too. It's like you're in the kitchen and just chilling, which I love. I was sitting here just sort of prepping my buttons, you know, the things. Dana's double time. You are Kitchen Mom on Discord. I knew it! I knew it! Wow. Okay, I'm not losing it. Thank you, Dana.
But you thought Kitchen Mom was Dinner with Mom.
What's that?
You thought Kitchen Mom was Dinner with Mom.
I did.
Yeah,
It was really close, and it was like,
it is.
all right, so this is now clean.
Minced roast beef sandwich. Minced is what makes it different. Did it have horseradish in it?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Minced roast beef. Sounds good.
Okay, Andy B. Thank you for coming by. Stop in anytime. Glad to have you here.
Be
Thank
safe
you.
out there.
Thank you very much for the bits, guys. I do appreciate it. We have a goal. Our wonderful camera here has decided to fall apart. So that's our goal. I do appreciate that. And actually, when I finished the challenge the other day, Egg threw donated $5, so I need to put those points down there. What's to become of the old camera? I can actually print the plastic piece and it will become the monitor for my prints. I have a 3D printer downstairs. So I'm just going to put that down there to monitor the prints. One of the other things I intend to do this winter is I have an N scale train set. I'm going to build and print all the buildings and structures. So I have two printers. One's a PLA and one is a rosin printer. Rosin printer will be the small pieces, the PLA will be the bigger ones.
Oh my.
Never once saw a
How
cookbook.
did they?
Oh, just another memory, recipes.
I guess. Wing it. I mean, my mother had a very small collection of cookbooks. Maybe it was one shelf. She had maybe 20, 25 cookbooks. That's it. We have gobs more.
Well,
But-
yeah.
And Hippie's mom and grandmother, I think, both had more. But
My grandmother did not have a single recipe book.
my mom was pretty basic cook, but she still had recipe books.
Yeah, a lot back then. My grandmother did not work. And cookbooks did exist back then. I've seen some from the 1800s, 1700s, back to the 15s, I think was one of the first. But it wasn't as common. Books weren't as common
Yeah.
as we have today. So we've come to the point where we have more books than we know what to do with. Electronic books, I love. It's not the same. I still go to the shelves and pick up the book. But it's better than, printing and storing and retrieving and blah, blah, blah. They wrote down a lot of things though. My mom had 4 or 5 things, so did Dad. Huh? Blee Blue, that's kind of why I do this. And that, My kids do their own cooking, and it's great. But I started this because my mom had a lot of old recipes that they never got to experience. Yeah, I didn't want to say it. That's my daughter. She is a fantastic baker. She makes gluten-free food. She also makes regular. She is experimenting with a lot of different things, and I'm very proud of her. I don't have to say that as new. You know that. My older daughter is different. She does different things. She works more on barbecue. And she's off on her own right now. So, although we did text back and forth, and I talked with her the other day. So, level 4 hype. Guys, this is incredible. What? Hisses and compliments, yes, you do. You want to really upset her? Compliment her. She is an awesome mod. There you go.
Awesome.
Awesome mod. I am fortunate to have her. She's the one that turned me on to Twitch. So.
Blame it on her.
Mm-hmm. You're the reason I'm in your family room.
I will also say, you never know. You never know what kids are gonna remember.
Mm-hmm.
So it's worth doing what you care about, and they'll pick up what they pick up, and that's life. That's families.
Yep.
Sitting here today, I was remembering that, and I was looking through some cookbooks earlier before the stream, because we're searching for that ginger snap recipe.
Not garlic snap.
And then I was remembering that my dad went through a phase. He didn't cook much for the family. He helped at the big, like Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner, he would help. But he went through a stage where he loved to bake bread. But I don't know what his favorite bread was. I'm wondering if my older sisters might know, so I'm going to need to ask them. Because I don't have any recipes of bread that Dad made. Like, he didn't write down his recipes.
Just a little bit of butter. Those aren't strawberries. Those are tomatoes.
We moved on to the maters.
Yes, so strawberries are in the fridge chilling. Or are you pulling my leg? In which case, yes.
Probably.
Okay. Zoom out there. Don't look at the stomach. Yep, look over here. I'm going to switch it back. Yeah, I'll probably be mostly here. I've quote unquote complained about this before. Problem I have with this pan, it's a lovely pan, but this burner is too small for it. So we'll get this started. To move it over there. Salt and pepper on the chicken. Not going to rush preparing the chicken for its...
Is that the confused chicken?
The confused... Indeed confused. This joint, that joint, these joints, those joints, dimbos.
I'm amused at that terminology because I've never heard that before used. Usually it's, cut up or something like that. Like one whole chicken cut up.
All right. Oh, we haven't lost the camera since, have we?
Shh. Don't jinx it.
And our pot awaits.
If only you had a stove, cooktop, or freestanding range that possibly has many sized burners to accommodate this particular pan or pot. Oh well, it's only 2022. One day you will make it big time and have such a fanatical device. Cheer 100.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for the bits again, Bleed Blue. You're being very kind tonight, and I appreciate it. You're kind always, but thank you. We are looking to relocate. The market has dried up, but you know, the funny thing is, I look at it and said, can I stream from here? It has to have good Wi-Fi.
I find like the few kitchens that I've looked at, I'm like, no, that kitchen won't work because we can't put the cameras in there. So I'm doing the same thing.
So, like I said, this is...
Or that one would work if we knocked that wall out. I'd have to know what's on the other side of that wall before I could say yes or no.
So I think you guys are stuck with me for a while.
Is that when you're going to be empty nested, Bleed Blue?
You're in Texas, right? I forget where in Texas.
I don't think Texas. I don't think.
Bleed Blues. Am I right?
Roughly empty nested.
SI. Over high heat until golden.
Okay. I did not remember that. Sorry.
We're going to do this in batches. C. Duh.
Got it. Si, senor.
I can order beer. Or casa las cervezas.
I can say thank you. I can say yes, sir. I can say. ¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo está?
Yep.
Muy bien.
It's interesting how.
That's
No,
it.
that's French.
Is it?
Très bien is French, yes.
Muy bien.
Oh, sorry, I misheard you.
It's hard to hear with this guy. All my exes live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. I didn't know you were in Tennessee. Did I know he was in Tennessee? Quezon? Or is that a
Yes.
song?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's been mentioned before.
Okay.
I can't speak to whether you remembered it or not.
No, whenever I see MT, I'm thinking Montana.
Yeah.
So,
When we were talking about how pretty the leaves are getting, MT was saying it's very pretty.
but also accurate. Cool. Can't wait. Don't get me wrong. Living here has been very good. Live in DC area. And yes, it's the cesspool, but also there's a lot of variety of cultures here. And it's just the mix that is such a wide variety, but I like small towns. Town I grew up in, 10,000 people, which isn't small. At the time it was rural Pennsylvania. But like here, where I grew up, it's not rural anymore. Chattanooga, okay. $10K rents. Yeah, I do that. And I'm not one of those that says the past is the best. There's a lot of things now that weren't then. My profession is in computers. Oh my God. We live in dangerous times though, as we all know, and I try to avoid talking about. Rose-colored glasses. Well, if we were lucky, we all had people to take care of us. And I don't have that anymore. Not that it was reassuring because you had support if you were so lucky. And I know a lot of people didn't. So that's why back then it's like, oh, it's so good. Why does it have to be so bad now? And any time, really. Yep. I agree. I mean, Spanish flu was our COVID. It took them 3 years to shake that, 4 years. By the way, the Spanish influenza is still around. It's some of the things we get inoculated for. It's obviously mutated beyond belief, but so COVID is not leaving us. Yes, very true. And I think we've become blind to COVID as well. I used to wear masks religiously. I was on a flight, didn't wear one. Some people still did, and I was like, okay. All right, I need sliced mushrooms, half a pound. I'm going to use these guys. Shiitake mushrooms. My grandmother at that time probably would have creminis. And I've got the creminis, but I'm making the potted. Ooh.
Those are the freezer ones.
Yep. Eight ounces. One thing I found out, because we had so many mushrooms, you can freeze mushrooms, and they freeze well. Although they're not going to be as plump anymore, but if you cook them down, they'll work. The dogs are keeping watch on my feet. I feel so protected. There you go. Last two pieces. Should you? That's a good question. Oh, Blogger Dad, welcome in. Sorry, my tuna mushrooms is in the way of my mouth here. Looks delicious as always. Thank you very much. I highly recommend Blogger Dead. I've seen her, one of her streams recently. It was just sort of a lurking stream. She was working in her garden in the rain.
Whew.
I found it so relaxing.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Normally gaming streamer, she's sometimes crafting. All around awesome Aussie.
Yeah, I have to apologize to all of our viewers down under for the fall music. Hopefully it works for spring for you folks too.
Awesome. It fits. But those of you who enjoy chill streams, awesome. Remember, she shared that her father's a musician too, I think, right? Jazz? All right, so we're going to brown all the chicken, which we're mostly through now. Then we're going to add in the mushrooms, the tomatoes, and a pinch of marjoram and rosemary. Precise. Trick-or-treaters, we were talking about that today. We live, it's a urban town / city. We used to, and then they built townhomes near us. And realistically, they can hit a lot more townhomes than they can hit. We're in a single family house, thankfully. So sometimes we get a lot, sometimes we get a little. One thing I was thinking of doing for us this year on stream, we used to make for the neighbors. If we recognized them, we gave them Rice Krispie treats in the shape of pumpkins. So I think we're going to make some this year on stream. And Rice Krispie treats are the simplest food. My grandmother made them all the time too. It's basically melt marshmallows, and we have safe marshmallows.
We do. I'm not sure how much I would eat though, because fillings and teeth and stuff. It was never my favorite.
I liked them, but
I know you like them.
what is it? Marjoram and rosemary.
Oh, so let me put that down for probably the 30th.
There's marjoram. You look like rosemary.
What did you call those? Rice Krispie treats.
Yep. We got some truck-or-treaters from the neighborhood. That's all to say. That's... Look, when I was a kid, that's a pinch, official. We did 2 neighborhoods. We did our neighborhood. And then I actually lived in a neighborhood next to our old neighborhood. So my parents bought a bigger house about a mile away. And we'd visit the old neighborhood. We had friends over there. But we would do both neighborhoods. And oh my God. It was probably my kid idealistic memory. But I kid you not, I filled a pillowcase with candy. So I can't say, oh, these kids. It's like, smart move.
Some of the townhomes down the road from us would put a bowl out in front of their door, and I've seen kids go and dump the entire bowl in their bag, and then like they hit 3 houses and they're like, done, game over. But they'd take it all.
Yep.
Which kind of defeats the whole purpose. I mean, it's supposed to be done as a group, and each member of the group gets a little bit, and then you kind of share and you trade, and you... I don't know.
We're idealistic.
Yeah, probably.
All right, put the chicken back in. I'm going to let that cook for, what's it say? 25, well, I'm going to let that go for a few minutes. Then add a cup each of our wine, which I'm using a inexpensive Chardonnay, but I like it. And chicken stock, which we keep frozen.
Do you want to use those, or how much do you need?
1 cup.
Oh yeah, use those. Apparently the dogs think they're getting some.
Yeah, we make bone broth up in advance. Lady Wayfarer uses it for when her stomach is acting up a bit. She'll use that to make, what do you call that dish? Rickshaw rice?
Yeah, it's homemade cream of rice with turmeric and some other herbs that are good for reducing inflammation and irritation in the gut. And broth, I usually put broth in it. We grind our own, like we take white rice and grind it up so that it's cream of rice.
Mm-hmm.
And prepared mustard, turmeric, black pepper, thyme. It's good stuff.
Is that potato? Turns out so much better.
Oh yeah, turmeric, but you have to add the black pepper or it doesn't activate correctly. And it doesn't take much black pepper, just a little bit to make the turmeric
Now,
activate.
go ahead.
I want to show this off. This is what I use to make the broth. It's like a muffin. Can you all see? It's about an inch. They're about an inch tall, so you would make small muffins, like they wouldn't be tall muffins. But it works great for broth. Yeah, and we make the bone broth and we pour it in here and I stick it in the freezer. I put it in a muffin pan to hold it steady while it freezes, and then once they're frozen, they just pop out. It's great.
So it's about 1/3 of a cup each. That's why I put 3 in here. And it's concentrated evil. I mean, it's concentrated stock. We do it, usually, if it's for that, we do it quickly. We'll use our Instapot or a pressure cooker. That's a way of getting the most out of the bones, least amount of time, least amount of histamines, which is another thing that doesn't sit well with Lady Wayfarer. So this is going to go 25 minutes. I'm going to put it back over there so it gets more even cooking. But we will visit it from time to time just to say hello.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty new too. But that's me.
Silicone muffin.
I've had to get more into cooking, and I mean, Hippie does such a great job of making sure I'm fed, but with the gut issues, we both had to get very smart about cooking.
Yeah, that's why I think one of our kimchis just celebrated a year birthday.
Oh, it's good.
It's
That is
fantastic.
Such good kimchi.
Sauerkraut, same way. You have to let it go. The histamines are, as Lady Wayfarer had explained it to me, histamines are eaten by the remaining bug, the critters that create the nice taste in sauerkraut. They're still in there, and they will eat the histamines up. So if it sits for a while, 6 months, I think some of the stuff we have in here is from April, right?
Mm-hmm. And the probiotics are still just as good. All right, I've got the link. It's coming.
Let's see if I can get this one out. Yeah, it's March 2022. Oh. And that's our sauerkraut. I think we have another batch upstairs, right?
I think so. Yeah. I think the other batch is a little bit newer.
I don't know if Yaladre's still out there.
Well, that's all right.
That's okay. I was curious though if when the pie is ready, is it still jiggly like that? I should have asked her when she was here. And if she's here, great. I hope she is. I appreciate whatever time you guys can spend here. It does make me happy. So, the remaining ingredients that go into the chicken. Come on, chicken. Start boiling again. Don't make a liar out of me. Costco has their raw sauerkraut.
This might be the link. It might not. Let's try it. That might be the clip. Nope. That's it. That's the silicone muffin pan. Yep. It just didn't look like the usual link, but it is.
And I will be doing more in telling you guys what equipment we have. I think it was Manon came in here and made that suggestion. We have a lot of gear. I have a lot of tools.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can set that up soon in case people want to do Christmas shopping.
Yeah. I have some pieces I'd recommend. I have some pieces I would say stay away from. But yeah, share what we have. This, stay away from. It works, but only in here. This outer ring is a lie. It's like cake. That's an afternoon of yes, no in my book. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to close that up. This is my mom's.
Cake is also a lie. Yes.
You caught the right. Is it? It's heat, right? Bleed Blue caught it. Portal. Where's the Portal 2? It's Portal 2. I'm going to have to go play that game again. Fantastic game. It's one of those mind puzzles.
The outer ring is made of cake.
Oh, this here? Yes, it is. It is. It's lies. It's really good here. This part is really hot. This part is okay. And this part is laughable. So, we had Rusty Rhymes in here a couple weeks ago. He had one he recommended. This was inexpensive. It's about $40, $45. His was about $200, and he swears by it. So you get what you pay for. But this works.
So much better now that it's clean now.
It is clean, and I swiped it up because someone was very nice to me and cleaned the kitchen and my kitchen gear up while I was gone. Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
Okay.
It had a lot of cooked on stuff that was just piling up, and I thought, yeah, okay.
All right. This moves aside for the moment. I'm trying to figure this out because we're going to get onto our potted mushrooms. And I had questions about this earlier. Potted meats. It's basically a way of preserving meat when you do potted meat. You cook meats, shrimp, beef, I think. And then you have a layer of fat on the top. Butter, in this case. It preserves what's underneath for longer. This that we're going to be making is very similar style. We're going to be taking mushrooms, shredding them to pieces, and then cooking them down to get the water out. Is it like potted meat? Exactly, Kason. It's it doesn't. This one I have a potted What's my other pot recipe? No, it's not that kind of pot. Wait till I retire. Potted shrimp I've made. Potted shrimp has a lot more cream cheese.
You got a couple questions there.
Oh, okay. I can do questions.
Is potted mushroom like potted meat? And have you ever tried making corned beef?
You can answer that, but
We have about 3 or 4 packages of corned beef in the freezer in the garage, and I said to Hippie earlier today, we need to have corned beef this week. We've got leftover cabbage, we've got leftover potatoes, and we've got corned beef. So it's time.
sorry guys, I'll be right back because I'm not finding it. The short answer is yes. The long answer is yeah. No, it's we have corned beef. I usually do a soak for about a week to 10 days. Could find my Canadian bacon. Couldn't find the corned beef, but what you were finding in there is the brisket with rub.
Oh.
We have a lot of that because we had this 11-pound brisket, or 11 huge brisket.
Well, I may be able to put my hands on it. I
Okay.
put a chunk in the bottom just to separate it out.
That'd be cool.
Let me see if it's the right kind of chunk.
Canadian bacon, but yeah, we do corned beef quite reliably. I have no concern. Well, I take steps to avoid cross-contamination. It's a worry, always. Preserved meats can be very dangerous in the wrong hands. No, it's a style. I forget what it's. I know what it's called in UK. Back bacon. Streaky bacon is pork belly. Canadian bacon, here, I'll show you, is pork loin that is brined and then smoked. And boy, is it hard to keep lit. That's the Canadian bacon. So we cut it up thin. It's already cooked. You can eat it raw, but it's ham, but it's made from the pork loin. Yes, I prefer this to streaky bacon. Now, I had a great BLT, and the amazing thing is it was at a fast food chain. If you have Tim Hortons in your area, I had a really good BLT from a Tim Hortons, and I know that's probably sacrilege.
You're right. I mistook all the brisket for corned beef. Yeah.
So we can do the brisket. This is going in the fridge because we can eat that.
Okay. Yay.
I'm glad to. We made, I keep referring to this, it is the biblical stream where I did my Eggs Benedict from scratch. We made the muffins, we made the eggs. We didn't hatch the eggs, no. But we did the hollandaise, we did smoking the Canadian bacon, all on one stream, and it lasted 7 hours or 8 hours, I forget which.
7. It was 7. Yeah. Oop.
I was exhausted.
Yeah, that was strenuous.
That was fun. I'm glad I did it. What we're going to do for this is we're going to actually do 2 batches. This is going over yonder because I need my food processor. You don't need one.
We're not allowed to have fowl here. No, that's not true. One of our neighbors behind us has, but there's a limit. I think you can only have like 2 poultry.
You cannot have roosters. They have 6 chickens
Oh, okay.
back there.
Okay.
The limit is roosters because
Depending on what kind of property we find to move to eventually, we may get some chickens. We've talked about it, actually. Not sure how our dogs would feel about that, but
Lady Wayfarer was at first against it, but
I was, because we had some pet birds in the house, and that was not a happy thing.
no, that was not
But
a
I
thing.
think chickens out back is maybe a happier thing.
Yeah, I'm scarred by birds mentally, so it's all me. I'm broken that way. Oh no. Well, there's the salt. Kosher salt hit the floor.
Oh. Okay.
If you get a vacuum, we can get that up.
Yep.
When the salt hits the floor. When the salt. Chickens are the best. I've been fascinated by it. I grew up around a farm, a cow farm. They had corn, they had cows. I'm sure they had chickens. It wasn't part of my culture, but the ease.
Is this where we have to throw some over our shoulder?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll hold the dish out if you want.
You get some, I'll get some, and they can clip it, and then we'll mute and vacuum and carry on.
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
Y'all ready to clip?
1, 2, 3. We. The origin of that, by the way. Oh, she's going to vacuum one.
I am. Are you ready to mute?
Are you ready to mute?
Unless you want to track it everywhere. We could do that too.
Hold on, I gotta find it. Just give me a minute. And that's how you finally find the solution to life, the universe, and everything. Took notes, I hope.
No more messies.
Oopsie.
No more messies, no oopsies, no crashies, no burnies.
42. What do you get when you multiply 6 by 9? Dating myself, I know. Doesn't bother me.
Now we need to watch that movie.
You need to watch the original BBC series. Then you can watch the movie. So let's weigh this out. Now these have been sitting a bit longer than I should. I'm a naughty.
Naughty, naughty.
I did find out something interesting the other day. I don't know if you guys have what are called button mushrooms. But these, or rather, these are cremini mushrooms. It turns out the white mushrooms, the button mushrooms, are mutations of this. There was a man in Pennsylvania who had a single white mushroom pop up in his field of creminis. So what he did was he took that and propagated it. And that's every one of those button mushrooms, and they are by far the most popular these days. Every one of those came from that one. You've learned something. I'm going to cut that out. That's asking for trouble. There are a different taste to it, but they're similar. Well, there you go. Mixed in some bluegrass into this music.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Wayfarer has done our fall selection of music.
If there's any songs that jump out at you as like too loud or not happy songs, let me know. We can always drop one, add one.
Yeah, it goes for an 1.5-hour loop. Okay. Compost. Here it is. Let's see how many of the shiitakes I have. Not nearly enough. I win a prize. And what we're going to do is we're going to grind them up separately. Wring them out to get as much juice as you can get out of it. Cook them down to take out the rest. Those also make great, well, if you're going vegetarian, these make great burger type things. Or we've had burgers on these when we were doing our Atkins. What would that be now? Keto friendly? And I know it's a little different, but still. And the stems of shiitakes are a bit tough, so I'm going to remove those, and that'll bring me right down to the 8. And you know what I said? They go separate. Noob. Okay. So with the potted mushrooms, oh, I didn't do that. Echo, set a 20-minute timer.
20 minutes, starting now.
Thank you all for stopping in here. Do appreciate your company. There you go. 1 ounce less. Honest, I didn't plan that. Oh, I mean, I totally planned that. So, in here, shallots, which we won't do. We're instead going to do some celery in this.
Galooch. Welcome in.
Galooch, hey, welcome in. Thank you very much for these 6 months. Galooch, always good to see you. I'm glad you're able to stop in today. How have you been? I hope well. Busy is no doubt, but so have I. But I'm really happy to see you.
And a resub.
I think we're halfway through a short stream. You should talk to that guy who sits here at 1 o'clock and starts thinking, okay, do I have enough? What am I going to do? I laugh at myself often. I don't think, yeah, the shallots go in. So we're going to do this. And they call for a 1/3 cup of thinly sliced shallots. Sally sells she-shows by the seashore. Then I found the button mushrooms in the fridge. La-di-da. It'll be fine. And we do use celery as our substitute with the asafoetida right there. It's a root vegetable or a root herb that is used. Is it a root spice, root herb?
Words.
Words. Subject, word, object. Very busy time of year. Hope you are well. I am doing much better now that I'm home. Business trip followed by a
Fun trip.
pleasure trip. It was fun. I biked through Philadelphia. They closed off the streets, and it was just me and about 3,000 other bikers biking through Philadelphia.
And you said this was the first year they'd sponsored this ride, right?
First time in Philly. It's the same organization that did the ride through DC.
Oh.
DC ride was good. The Philly one was a little bit better. I think because they had new people involved and they tried some things that worked out well. It could just as well gone the other way. Oh no, bicycling Galouche. It was only like 21 miles, so I say that like, oh, I can do 100. No, 20 is about where I'm comfortable. My brother, middle brother, did 75 miles one day when he was going from somewhere in near Philly down to the Jersey Shore. It's all flat, but 75 miles. Oh my God. I'm happy able to do what I can do. Realistically, how do you find time to do that? It took about 2 hours, and Philadelphia has this tradition, boat racing. I don't think that's, yeah, 2 of them is a third. Did I just do what I think I did? Yes, that's fine. Good. Thank you. I enjoy it because I get to eat good food.
And talk with nice people and
Oh, yeah.
make good food. I mean, you enjoy the process of making it too.
Oh, God, yes. I wouldn't be able to enjoy it if I would be massive. If I didn't do something like that. Okay. I shouldn't eat this because I don't want to blow this out. All right, what we're going to do is grind this up, finely chop, and we are looking for, oh, a leek. I forgot about the leek. I have to take a leek now. How much leek? Shallots, onion. Oh, I remember. This is my copy of the recipe. And I substituted leek for onion. So I'm going to go ahead and do my other piece that is dried chive. And ginger tea, I think you can do the Philly ride. If you get a little bit of time on the bicycle. But it was remarkable because they closed off all the streets. And driving by City Hall, Philadelphia, Liberty Bell, Philadelphia, the waterfront, unbelievably beautiful. They have rowers. It's where a lot of the teams in Pennsylvania go for their rowing practice. They had the rowers going up and down while they're going it. Just lots of it. I don't know if you can sub. Check into that for me. Will you log it up? First pass, stop falling off. I forbid it. Checking the chicken room. I'll take a look at this. Will it come over here? Yeah. That's our chicken so far. Chicken and wine sauce. Last part of it calls for onion, which we're going to do our substitution, and some brandy. So we'll be adding that towards the end. Now, the other thing I forgot is the rice I have to make. Oops. So let me get the rice started here real quick, guys. That is going to be, I'm impressed by how it looks. I like my chicken not dry. And when you do a stew like that, by definition, it just falls apart and stays lovely. So let me get some of the rice out here. He said, expecting rice to be here. Ha! And I've been experimenting around with rices, or we have. We're trying basmati right now. And yes, I will rinse the rice. Get that out. Stay there. Don't fall. It is quite tasty, or smells wonderful right now. The herbs are starting to do their thing. I got a whiff of rosemary and marjoram off of it. The spicing is real simple, almost deceptively simple.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Most rice is 2-to-1 ratio. I'll run into some brown rice that is less. And since I dumped my salt,
Can't help you there.
I know, I'll figure something out. Well, I could use marshmallows, yeah. Some salt in. And let me get, the other thing I forgot. Different ways of doing this. My way is probably a wasteful way. Runs a lot more water. But someday I'll get one of those houses that takes brown water and uses it in the garden. And I watched a YouTuber, Self-Sufficient Me, Australian, retired, not ranger, forget what service he was in. But he does a lot of, home growing. Some of the plants he has pineapple plants. Oh man, I want one of those. But he has a brown water system that it's basically runs into a septic, and then it's treated through process of breaking it down, and then any of the bad bugs are killed off by magic. I don't know, but then it's used in his garden, has all the nutrients in it. Now that sets off red flags for me. Here in America, we talk about you never put human waste, or dog waste for that matter, into a garden. I think it has to do with the magic of the processing through the septic system, but I would like to know if that is safe and how it could work. It's probably one of those things that, since they don't know, Americans probably don't do it. Okay, rinsed. Oh, I thought you were going to say gray water. It's the first time I've heard of the term brown water. What does gray water mean? It is basically from a septic system. The one stuff I'm talking about that he uses goes through septic, gets cleaned, and then goes out. Which, like I said, parasites, terrible. But he's alive. Shower and sinks. Okay, it's worse. It's toilets. Worse, I say.
The other gardener who has a similar system but is in the U.S. is Epic Gardener.
All right, yeah.
He's got some kind of a, but I think he only uses certain water, not all the water from the house.
Don't know if I put it in produce, ornamentals. He doesn't put it directly on fruit, like food. He will put it through the root systems.
Yeah, he said only for his fruit trees.
Yeah. Back to our potted mushrooms. All right. Pretty much a paste. Okay. I'm going to walk backwards. Moonwalking. No, I'm not. Echo, set a 20-minute rice timer. Yes, his Self-Sufficient Me, if you're interested in the YouTube. And he does a lot in the garden. When I saw you working in your garden.
20 minutes, starting now.
You just got that?
Router.
Yep. Tell you what we're going to do. I've got these reusable towels we bought for doing our cleanup. Let's just clean one. We're going to wring this out. You know the Aussie. Yes, yes. I love his shows. That's more Lady Wayfarer's interest. But he gets all over the area. He talks about food preservation. Strongly recommended.
I liked what Hugh Richards, he's in England and he does a YouTube channel. I take it he's pretty well known over there, but he's a new name to me. I liked what he said about food. He's a gardener, but he also, gardens to cook. And he said something to the effect of, when he puts a plant in the ground, he's thinking about cooking. Like the process of cooking begins when you put the seeds in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like that whole circle of life concept.
And that's how it comes out. That pan's in use. Are you volunteering? No. I'm going to use one of the other ones. But that's how much liquid came out of 8 ounces of mushrooms. And that's not dry. We're going to cook more out of it. Chew.
Time for me to feed the puppies.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't have enough content.
Again. Sorry. Oh. Let me type it in.
All right, and
Maybe you answered that.
what is that? What's the name again? Self-sufficient? Yeah, thank you. And he does, he grows a lot of food. His backyard is, he's got these raised beds. All right, that's for the second, along with this. Echo, stop. That's our timer for the chicken. Look at me. That is the chicken. Think of that nice gravy and some rice. Looking forward to that. And to think that's half the chicken they called for. They called for 2 disjoint fryers. Now, today's chickens we have are probably twice the size from back then, to be honest. I don't know that, but I would imagine, because that's an awful lot of chicken for that amount of liquid. All right. So I'm going to do this batch, leave it in there. There we go with that. And the other one will be strained through the same process. Let's get this other one going, and we'll do the first batch. It has been a while since I made this, so feel free to laugh. I like to watch Eve. Peter Sellers movie. Ooh, hydrate time. Cheers, everyone. Drink up. Thank you, I needed that. Now this had the shiitakes. Back when I was raising kids, I would avoid curse words, or at least try to. Shiitake was one of my phrases when I was out on the golf course. Just saying. Gosh, shiitake. That and flatulence. Oops, sorry. It's very much a paste. And all we're going to add to this, there is sherry, which we're going to add. There's going to be some lemon juice, some 2 ounces of cream cheese. It says low fat. Ha! 6 tablespoons of butter. Separated. So we're going to do 3 and 3. I'm going to saute out the remaining liquid in this. So we take out the water, add the fat. Yum. This is less willing to give up its liquid. I think the shiitake is either denser or holds on to its liquid better. It's not drying out. That's okay. We're gonna saute it. So we're gonna take next steps. Let me get to that. Inside comes out. So cool. Ooh. Rice is getting close, but I'm going to leave it go. It's full of shiitake. And when I was playing golf, I was obviously with other people, and they would look at me give me the funniest looks. I'm silly, what can I say? Okay. It's back. Or should I say they're here? So we're dealing with a little bit more than 6 tablespoons. I'm going to go about here. That's about 2. All right, we're going to saute it. A little bit of salt. A little bit of black pepper. Cajun chicken, welcome in. Good to see you. You're coming out from your lurking. How could you lurk on me? It's okay. Glad you came out. This is the potted mushroom part. Our chicken is getting happy. Our rice is almost done. And for our potted mushrooms, we are driving out as much water as possible. And I was joking before, driving out the water, driving in the fat. Now we'll try it warm. It's better after it cools. Recipe says 2 to 4 hours overnight. It makes it better because we put in some thyme towards the end, and that really develops over time. You were exercising. It's fine. We're almost done. We're getting to the potted mushrooms. The chicken is over there happy. We will definitely be serving that up soon. Stir to coat, medium high. Cook until the mushrooms on the bottom begin to brown, about 2 minutes. Stir and repeat 3 more times. So I need the thyme and the sherry. Picked up some dry sherry, although it still looks wet to me. So I'm going to do that. Let it brown again. Developing the flavors. Let me get the lemon juice out. See if I have any lemons. I do. I have a lemon. One tablespoon lemon juice. Actually, there's a cut lemon. I'll use that. One more, then we add let me get the thyme over here. Never enough time. Something about thyme and mushrooms. Great combo. Four teaspoons. This is Lady Wayfarer's thyme. Thyme goes in. I'm going to kick down the temp here because I got a little out of order. So, sherry, 2 tablespoons. And cook until it evaporates. Now trying to drive off that.
Oh, the candle cam, there's now that it's dark outside, it's picking up a reflection of the light indoors. That's why you're like seeing a double image. We need to figure out a screen for behind it or something like that. Block out the.
You have entered the twilight zone.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Beyond
the
this
silhouette
world's
of the
strange
phone that we
things.
use as that cam.
Use the key, unlock the door.
And I'm back from feeding the
See
dogs.
what your life has in store. Brush. Half the time, 2 tablespoons of sherry till it evaporates. Get another bowl dirty, yay. That's pretty much cleaned up. Yeah, it's starting to stick to the bottom. That's why I pulled it out. There we go. Just turn off the lights. Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. Hey, wait a minute. That's one. Our second is right here. It's Pepperidge Farm, remembers.
I have a cunning plan. Let's see if this works. That or I'll break everything. We'll see.
You know, some of the best disaster movies started with that line. Mm-hmm. Let's see if this works. Not it for the co-ed in the dark.
Tried a couple things, but I haven't tried this. This may work.
Pepper?
Kind of works. You still have a reflection off the.
We're assaulting mushrooms.
It's better.
It's one thing I've noticed about mushrooms. Thank you for doing that, Lady Wayfair. Oh yeah, it's much better.
Yeah, I think that gives me an idea. I just need to take a. You know the science fair poster boards where they fold, the edges fold? That's what we need. We need something that covers both sides of the camera as well as the back.
We still have some of those here. Oh, I see what you're saying. Never mind. Gotcha.
No, I don't think we do. I think I got rid of them all.
Good. Now I'm telling the difference. The shiitake smells different, of course.
Yeah, I can tell that from here.
So I'm going to spread it out. Butter's melted. 2 minutes. Turn. 2 minutes. Turn. And we do the second part. Rice timer. I looked up and said, rice should be done about now. 10 seconds. Echo stop. Actually, I can reuse the rice one for this. That'll work. Okay, more browning. Assaulting the mushrooms. Assaulting we will go. Assaulting we will go. And the peppering.
Indiana wants to help.
Thank you, Indy. Awesome. That's our lemon juice. One more of these. We add the thyme and sherry. Not an expensive sherry, or not expensive brandy. This is the things we'll be using for our fruitcake as well. All right, that's good. Some of the sherry. Hush. Drive off a little bit more. Wooden spoon is much better at cleaning off the nice brown bits on the bottom. Definitely don't want to waste those. Okay, that looks good now. Let me get the cream cheese out. And I don't know what the equivalent is in Australia. I'm sure it's some form of cream cheese is available. When I talked with Egg Fried Cheese, he said that only the whipped is available in the UK. But Neuf Chantel, I think that's how you pronounce it, which was actually the person who invented the cream cheese was trying to make that. Very similar product. When does the lemon go in? Mix in lemon juice. There it is. Shh. I didn't put that in yet. You did not see that. By driving out all the water, we're just opening it up to pick up all these fats, because if you've ever cooked with mushrooms, you can add lots of butter and it will absorb most of it. I have been amazed by how much I've been able to get to absorb. Okay. That is our beginning of the potted mushroom. And as we talked about earlier, the fact that potting is really a way of preserving. Add the extra stuff here. There you go. Almost all mixed up. Keep finding just those little pockets. Oh, I'm cooking too hot, bro. Oh, thank you. Well, Joshua Wagwan. Oh, you're talking about with the mushrooms browning on the bottom? You definitely do want that. The browning tastes good, as long as it doesn't burn. And taste for seasoning. And typically this is on top of crackers or on toast. And it will be much thicker when it chills. Salt, a little bit of pepper, chive, there we go. Now, when I serve this, I'll store it like this, little ramekins. Potted mushrooms. The lemon comes through. But just a hint. Earthy is the first thing. Mushroom is there. The sherry is a little sweetness on the side. You don't really get it. Jack Black. First time I've heard Jack Black references. All right, folks, I think we're ready to plate up. Oh, Lady Wayfarer, you're here. Did you want to try some of the potted mushroom?
Yes, I'll try a little bit.
Oh, Yaladre, you are just here at the end. Excellent. Let me pull out our feast for this evening.
I was multitasking here.
This is our chicken. It's my grandmother's chicken recipe. Finished off a little bit of brandy. Now it calls for the addition of onions. We can't do onions here. So we'd...
I can't do onions. He would do onions, but I can't. My stomach does not like onions.
So we'll throw in some chive instead. We've already added the asafoetida. Not much. Because some recipes I've seen for this don't call for the onion at all.
It's a lot darker because it was white wine, chicken broth. What made it dark? The
Tomato?
tomato and the
And the
mushrooms?
mushrooms.
Okay. Because it has a color of beef broth to it.
It does. How did a whole mushroom get in there?
I don't know. You want to chop?
Chop it.
Try.
That's how it's tough.
Tough mushroom, that's why.
All right, we have rice to go with that.
Yeah, that must have been one of the ones we froze so that it wouldn't go bad.
And Yoladre gave us this recipe. Could you put them on the board, please?
Yep. Looks pretty gelled up. Take away the celery.
Oh, wow. I made a smaller one just in case.
Good thinking.
And our potted mushroom. Ta-da!
Is it all in frame?
No,
No.
it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
That's what we've got. Yeah, the pie, I have no idea. This is Yoladre's recommendation. It looks fantastic. It's set. I think we'll still do this one. What do you think? Or should we cut into this one?
I do the little one.
Do the little one?
Yeah, do the little one.
Gonna leave that out. And we'll take pictures. We're trying to do Instagram when I can. This past week I still have some pictures to put up there. But if you...
The chicken looks really good. Chicken and white wine.
Chicken and white wine sauce.
I think your grandmother might have been onto something there.
Very few seasonings in there. I think
I want to try the strawberry, but I guess I should have some chicken
have dinner first. You've had dinner. I was thinking plates or bowls.
I think bowls. Let's do bowls.
If you want, you can. I will do that. Is it Yoladre as well? I will do that. I appreciate it when you guys share your recipes.
Okay, I can do that.
Bleed Blue, I don't know if you're still out there, but let us know how that recipe works out for you, because we may do it on the stream.
I did scan it and put it in Discord.
Yep, we do have a disc. Go ahead.
I don't know if you can get to that bleed blue, but it's there. And for others too.
Mm-hmm. What piece of chicken would you like? You're a breast person.
I
right?
am a white meat person, yes.
You may have to peel you that off.
That's fine.
Enough? More.
Yes, but I'm going to remove the skin because I'm strange that way.
You're strange that way.
I'm strange that way. More flavoring back in the pot. Looks good.
Dark meat, so ideally a thigh.
Everybody gets what they want in this house.
Mm-hmm.
I want a little tomato though, and a little bit of mushroom.
Okay.
Yum yum. A little more broth.
Okay.
That's good. Good veggies.
Say when.
Win. Perfect.
All right.
Your phone is picky.
Oh God, yeah.
Like, move farther away.
Portrait. That's why.
Oh,
It's okay.
yeah. Picky phone.
Haven't used this yet.
You take your pick. Which one to use?
Thank you. Put a little white meat in there.
Okay. We digging in?
We're digging in.
May have to get a spoon to get some of the broth out too. And there was sherry in.
No, there was white wine in it.
Thought it was both.
It was brandy at the end.
The chicken is incredibly tender.
Mm-hmm.
Flavor is nice. Picking out some of the herbs. Definitely not overly strong flavored with the herbs, but they're there.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a nice balance between the chicken and the herbs.
Mm-hmm.
Broth is really rich.
It is. I added salt and pepper. It's a little.
Yes.
It's a little tame. Is it Lady Wayfarer? Yes.
I like that very much.
Mm.
It's light enough to not feel guilty, but it's comforting enough to be comfort food.
Oh yeah.
I would give this a 9.5 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't think I've ever had this dish before. This is really awesome.
It wasn't one I've had either, but it was one my mom grabbed from my grandmother and made it. Because it was a stained card, so I knew it was well used.
That's a really nice. Oh, I haven't tried a mushroom. Let me do that, and then I'll try the potted mushrooms.
Oh, there it is. The dogs are laying in siege of the kitchen.
The mushrooms sponged up a lot of the broth. Like, it made the mushrooms really juicy.
Oh, wow. Oh, Hannah. Thank you very much. It is. It's as good as it looks.
And now we have, oh, did you want to take a picture?
I think I did already.
Okay.
Here's your potted mushroom.
Oh, and you put it on crackers?
If you want to.
That's a good idea. It's like, you know. how to eat it.
Good veggies.
That's actually really nice. I'm not a huge mushroom fan, although as I've gotten older, they're becoming, I like them more.
I am surprised.
This is good. Oh, the other cracker for you.
Thank you. I did try it, but I'll suffer again.
It's got a nice saltiness to it.
And the thing about it is, when it's cooler, obviously the butter and the cream cheese solidify, so it's a bit more of a spread. And there's better flavor from it because it's the richness of the cream cheese becomes apparent, and you just get that mouthfeel, which is just so comforting.
Very fresh. I mean, it wouldn't be my go-to snack food, but it's a really fresh, good flavor. The spicing is just right. Salty, and it goes with the cracker, and it's filling. It's for the small amount I had, it's like, okay, I'm half done with dinner.
And here is our strawberry pie. Yoladre, thank you very much for the recipe. If you have recipes you'd like us to visit, feel free to post it on our Discord. We have recipe requests. We're going to go with this one. And I think
Because we didn't walk this week. And we have to, when we do the pictures of the final, we'll put the whipped cream on.
Oh! Yeah.
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 We forgot about the whipped cream. It probably kind of got lost somewhere around the salt spill time.
It did. That threw me off. No ice cream.
Am I good with a spoon?
Good with the spoon.
Where'd the ice cream go? There's ice cream in there.
Is there?
Unless you ate like most of a container. And you just got home from Ohio last night, so I don't think it's gone.
I was hungry.
I'm just gonna have some strawberry.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
The crust is down near the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Nicely gelled.
I knew the small metal pan would do better.
Fresh strawberries in there. And we get a little crust.
I was in Ohio, yes. Dayton. I spent the week in Dayton last week. Oh, well, thank you very much.
I like it. I like it. The fresh strawberries make it much better than the dream pies that I used to make that were just Jell-O.
Just Jell-O,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, this is much better.
Cleveland, okay. Thank you.
We can share, I think.
Nope, no way.
Not overly sweet, but it's got a fresh sweetness. It's going to be divine with the whipped cream. It's going to be divine with the whipped cream, don't you think?
Strawberry cheesecake.
Lighter than that.
Mm-hmm.
Lighter than that.
It's really simple. It's 6 ingredients, right?
Simple is best.
6 ingredients.
Simple is awesome.
Thank you. This is really good.
California. I think the strawberries are from California.
Yes.
And our grocery store was doing a buy two, get one, so we ended up with a free carton of blackberries too. I'm trying to think what the score is. It's pretty high. It's pretty high. I'm thinking it would have been 9.5 out of 10 if it had the whipped cream. But since there's no whipped cream, maybe a 9 out of 10.
I'll take that.
It's very good, very good. This recipe's going in our cookbook to make again, for sure.
Yes, much easier. It's not a no bake because we baked the crust. And I recommend that because if it wasn't, it would be powdery. The butter would be the only thing holding the crust together. This has a bit of the crunch, which is perfect for it.
Mm-hmm. It's sweet enough. It's definitely a dessert.
It's definitely a dessert.
You know, it's not like an appetizer, trying to fake it as a dessert. It's definitely a dessert, but it's not overly sweet.
So we have plenty. Come on by.
Yes.
I'm going to let it go sit for another. I probably could cut this, but I'd want to make it full. So we will have pictures on. We will have whipped cream with it.
Yep.
And I guess I'll put the ice cream back since we didn't think it needed it after all. Okay.
A little bit more while he puts the ice cream away. And then I guess I have to go back to dinner.
Yes, dinner first.
Very good. So, what are we doing on Wednesday? We are streaming Wednesday.
We are streaming this Wednesday.
Hippie is home.
Thank God. Let's see.
Ah.
Pickled papaya.
And 2 more viewer requests.
And yes, we have pickled papaya that was garnget. And egg fried cheese, recommended Welsh rarebit. Glorified grilled cheese. So we'll be doing that this Wednesday.
We'll get some excellent cheese for it.
Excellent, yes. And next Sunday, what do we have?
I wrote in next Sunday pumpkin gnocchi because we have 2 big pumpkins here now.
And I was corrected the other stream. It's gnocchi. Just
Gnocchi.
I always said gnocchi because I'm
Gnocchi.
American. But it's gnocchi.
We can do it either way.
We'll do it both ways. You say tomato, I say tomato.
Sure.
Well, guys, we have some dinner to make. We'd love to have you over. Someday when I get my wish and open up my own bed and breakfast, you guys can all come on over. Put the keyboard down over there for a minute.
Okay.
Will it fit?
Get snagged on something. And you've got pie or something on here.
Something sneezed on it. Oh my God.
Hang on.
I'm going to reach this while you do that.
Okay. Let me go around and see what the cord's hooked on.
Please feel free to share the pie with friends and family. I would recommend this pie, especially if you're new to baking and want to try something. It's basically a fridge pie. If you buy the graham cracker crust at the store, it's easy as pie.
Ah.
Pie are round.
Yeah, you can move the keyboard. No,
It's
it's the
fine.
wrong cord.
It's fine.
There we go. That's as free as it gets.
Ooh. So many.
Yeah, there's several good choices for rating tonight.
Yeah, we visited Neb last time. Dana's out. What do you think, Dana, guys? Yeah, let's go see what Dana's doing. Although nebulous ideas, I think you said. Good gaming streamer. I don't know if he does variety, but I enjoyed him lots. It's not going to work. Thank you, Dinner with Mom and Dinner. Thank you for your stream today. I really enjoyed it as well. The chili, I hope, worked out well. And how did the Chiefs do? Should I ask or not?
Subtle.
Yeah, everyone enjoy. And I say this, I feel so much better after these streams. I do appreciate you guys coming and spending your time here with me. It makes it all worthwhile, so thank you. Am I behind the pictures? Yeah, no, I'm there. Okay, good. Dana's Kitchen. I know how to spell. Let's go say hi.
Take care, all.
Back Wednesday at 6:30.
Have a safe week.
Do have a safe week. And we will be having more fun this week. So let's go say Dana. Dana!
And we'll go put candles out. Don't forget to vent.